Good evening, footies. Welcome to episode 735 of Foot in Review. My name's Neil, and I'll be your host in tonight's pod. I'm debuting as my good go tonight, so go easy on me, please. It might be my last, depends on how it goes. It's fantastic weather outside, but no excuse. Foot's got to be played. It's team of the season, week 2. It's fantastic. Premier League Tots this week, followed by the EFL and the Women's Super League. Who looks good? We'll discuss the kind of things coming up as well. Season passes out as well. We'll discuss if that's got any value. We'll also have a discussion with Silver Icons because they have a big part to play in the new season. We also have, at half-time, top 5 quiz. I've prepared this specifically for my two guests. We'll get to it when it comes. I've thrown a little curveball in, but they'll both love it, I'm sure. Second half tonight, we have asked the community what they want to discuss. So we will be discussing the current state of the foot market, trading market, and how things are going with that, what the future holds with that. So I hope my guests are gentle with me. Being on my debut, hope I do okay. And let me introduce you to both familiar faces to the pod, of course. We've got the gaffer himself here, doesn't like being called that, but our own foot coach, John. Good to see you. How are you?
Well, I don't like to be called that, but I did have to put it on my freshly created Creed jersey, so it's still on the back there. So you can call me Gaffer tonight.
Everyone else,
what do you want me to play?
Everything else calls you that. I have no idea what happened there. Gremlin in the system. Sorry about that.
It's lovely though. Neil says Gaffer.
Sorry, something went wrong.
His devices start talking to him.
That isn't good at
Whenever
all.
I say Gaffer Gray, my wife comes running in.
Oh man, I don't know what happened there. Also with me tonight, and I hope that is the last hiccup, we've got Graham, known as Homer. How are you, mate?
Brilliant. At least it's not me hosting today. All the pressure's on you, but best of luck.
Well, I don't think it can get much worse than a start like that, let's be fair. The Gremlins, and what's worse is I can't unplug it because it's a portable device, so let's hope that doesn't happen again. Start as always with the show. We've got our usual formats. First half, second half. We've got our first kind of warm-up pre-hand, our week in foot. Homer, how's your week in foot been? How's Serie A Tots treated you? And have you got any of the players that you wanted to pack?
Relatively alright. First return to weekend league since swaps. Got 9 wins. Could have probably got 11, but I messed up 2 games. The red picks were alright. Got Mike Mannion and Ramon, so I was happy with them. Card-wise, none of the big ones at all. They all eluded me. Out of the Inter 4, I only managed to get a Kanji, so I'll need to try and probably pick up the rest of them on the transfer market. But yeah, relatively good. I completed the Silver tournament or Silver League thing, got my 21s pretty easily. All the other live events, won them all pretty comfortable as well. Got my rivals, got promoted to Div 2, so yeah, pretty good.
That's great. My first Tots last week was a Kanji. It was the first one I packed and I was really happy with it. How did you find Champs? Just out of curiosity, I managed to get my usual 8 wins, but the listeners don't need to guess that. They know what I got. I bottled 9. I played a really good player, but I had a fair crack at it. You think it's quite sweaty?
I found it just as normal as before. I know obviously EPL tonight's the big one, so most people, when it comes to like Serie A and like Bundesliga and the other ones, it's not as sweaty as much. So I think there was maybe 2 free games that I got absolutely outclassed by. The people who were just far better than me. 2 games, like I said, really should have won maybe 50-50 at best, but I absolutely bottled them. But 9 wins for my first time in how long ago? Swaps, months. I'm pretty happy with it.
Very good. That's great stuff. John, I noticed in the Discord this week that you've actually been active and participating in this week. How's your week been?
Yeah, cheers. Yeah, but just saying, I wasn't active because I wasn't doing anything. I wasn't active playing because my hand didn't allow that. But that is slowly changing, so that's good stuff. Not champs worthy, honestly. I'm still a bit slow.
Managed to pick up any of your Feyenoord players?
All of them.
Good to hear.
All of them. Yeah, so 2 things. I am playing the 4-3-1-2 currently, which I quite enjoying. Players are getting better, so you can be a little bit more on the offense. I bought Ueda, who is my striker. He's great for me. Well, Valente, I bought. It's all right. It's like not the best player in my team, but I'm just going to play him anyways. Same goes for Watanabe. I packed Ndika. Not very expensive, but pretty good, honestly.
He gets good reviews from what I've seen.
Yeah, I quite like him. But there's one player which I backed, and I was like, might as well try him anyways. Now I got him in. It's the right back Najar. Or Najar, I don't know how you pronounce him. The MLS right back, right? Actually, if I don't back another right back now, he replaced Dumfries, which says a lot, I think. Really fast. Really attacking.
I think I packed him about 7 or 8 times, that Najar, this week. He seems to be one of the very few that I pack over and over again. I'm finding. I personally find this week's been a bit. I've not noticed MDs packing the big hitting cards. Even Serie A cards seem to be very rare from what I've seen.
Well, there's 2 players which I packed as well, mate. I packed Strakosha,
the goalkeeper.
Goalkeeper. I think he's really good. Although I've got Angers, the icon. I don't know the trophy icon. I guess that's it.
Yep.
I still think he's the best goalie in game. Yeah, she's small, but she's so ridiculously fast. Plus, if you double tap, she just extends that magical leg, just gets the ball. But there's one player that I think they were running a scam, Neil. I'm not much of a, how do you say this, a conspiracy theorist, but I'm definitely going to get there now. Because these SBCs that give you one player, the one team with guaranteed thingies, you can do 3 times. They were out Friday, Saturday, and they were out Sunday and the rest of the week. I did it 3 days in a row, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. From 9 picks, and that's also why I stopped. From 9 picks, I packed the same player 7 times. 7 times. Surridge. 7 times Surridge. So I actually have 6 Surridges. He doesn't look all that bad, but still not good enough, of course. I got 6 Surridges on my SBC storage list.
Oh, well,
and I stopped doing that SBC.
Yeah, you should. Good. It's really good fodder for you. Good to hear your weeks, guys. We've got another big, massive promo again tonight. Let's get stuck into it and let's get our first half underway. So, we have English Premier League, we have the EPL mix, from what I gather, and we have the Women's Super League. From what I can see, I've not been online, but I've had a look at the promo and it seems to be sort of similar to last week in the sense of some very, very high rated cards. From what I can see, there's maybe 3 or 4 with 4 playstyles. And there looks to be a lot of 91 rated cards that we'll be packing all week, I would suggest. Homer, have you had a look?
Yeah, I've had a look at them all. Some really good cards. I'm surprised at some of the prices, like Timber and Donnarumma. I thought they would be far more expensive for the cards that they are. But yeah, some really good cards in there.
And how much is Donnarumma going for currently then?
440,000.
It'll probably drop to about, 250, 260 by the end of the week. Something like that. I mean, I've packed one so far. I've packed Lewis Hall, and he was already at 16,000 coins. He looks pretty good as well. He's got 3 playstyle pluses. He's got long ball, anticipating quick step. They seem to be giving him good playstyles from what I can see. MD Fancy.
What?
Who's Garner? Who is that? Garner, James Garner.
Yeah.
The Everton player. All right, he looks okay. He's already at discard price. I mean, ping, pass, tiki-taka, and intercept. Plus, he's got good. They seem to all be getting great playstyles, but they seem to be really, really cheap, a lot of these cards, don't they?
I think there's a couple of players which look really cheap, but about what João Pedro, 92 rated striker, of course, looks extremely cheap.
Why is there 4 Chelsea players in the team of the season? I've noticed they're in free fall.
Well, I think Cucurella might be the biggest standout, but also the Premier League, I mean, that's Graham as well, but I think Premier League isn't like honestly based. Like I said last week, Eredivisie and Serie A look like proper league prices, like they made sense. I don't think Premier League, it's like 80% has to make sense. The other ones in there just to sell packs, right, Graham?
Yeah, last week, I think there's maybe, you could say one, maybe two players missing from each team that would make sense, but the rest of them all merit. This one, you do look at it and you're like, why are a few of them in there? Seems to be a lot more of the honourable mentions than the breakthroughs, it seems.
Have I got this wrong, guys? There's three Man City players in this team in the season, yeah? There's Haaland, four. There's, from what I can see, there's Haaland, Cherki, Donnarumma, Semenyo, four.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest, they're probably going to go on to win the league, aren't they? Apologies to Arsenal fans out there.
Else you just jinxed them, so there's that. That's a great debut, though, by the way, Neil. Just jinxed the Premier League Championship on your debut.
Well, from what I can see, Arsenal have been top of the league forever. They've been top since the first game of the season, pretty much, haven't they? They've got, what I can see, 3 cards, maybe four. Right.
Yeah, they got Timber, Saliba, Gabriel, and I think Rice. So yeah,
and
the goalkeeper as well.
Raya,
the goalkeeper,
actually,
Raya.
yeah.
I mean, look at it. Like Saliba, he's 2.75 million coins currently, 95 rated. 3 play styles. He's got intercept plus, anticipate plus, blues plus. He's got no pinged or tiki taka. If that worries you, would any of you be willing to pay 2.7 million coins for that kind of card? There's a hope of packing them, yeah.
I've had the coins, I'd buy them straight away. Probably the best defender in game. Yeah, I know he's not got pinged pass or tiki, but he's got long ball silver. His stats themselves, they're really solid. He's got the best defensive play styles, and I'm pretty sure he's lengthy. He is lengthy, so what more do you want from a centre back? He's tall, he's strong, he's fast. I literally can't see a weakness in that card at all. Like I said, best defender in the game right now.
Selling it well. What about you, John? Your thoughts on that?
Well, for me, it's a dream scenario. If I ever have coins, I wouldn't be spending on a defender, that's for sure. But I think he is worth his price, though, and I don't think it's actually a bad price for a defender. That's it.
Better.
My pick would be Van Dijk over him, but I don't think Saliba. I think Saliba is a really cool card. Yeah.
Better than Gabriel, who's currently 1 million coins dearer, more expensive.
Wow, it's nitpicking, right? He does has anticipate jockey and bruiser, so that's nice, but
a lot of coins, isn't it? 3.5 million coins for a centre back, isn't it?
Well, that's the point, right? I mean, if you can buy Haaland currently for like 3.5, I see 3.6. I'd rather buy a striker like that than have to spend it on my defenders.
It's going to make a difference to your team, isn't it? It's going to fit by scoring goals. It's going to up your team. It's going to up the ante for you, isn't it? I mean, looking at it, myself, I mean, there's Van Dijk. I'm just looking at Van Dijk. He's just about 3.5 million coins, and he looks absolutely fantastic as well, doesn't he?
I think absolutely. But the thing is, though, like Neil, I've been playing again, and I've been rusty, right? And then you look at my team, and then my defenders are probably worth 60k or something if you look at them with Ndika and Watanabe. I even have an 87 rated round left back, and I was still playing like Division 2 this week, right? And pretty much holding on. So, I mean, I think most defenders currently are already good enough. I'd never spend this amount of money on a defender because it won't make the difference you want them to make. If you pack them, absolutely terrific, right? And it can definitely help you be a little bit more secure whenever you start up a game. You have a Van Dijk in your back line. It will definitely not hurt your winning chances, but it will definitely not tip the skills, I think. So I'd never spend it on a defender.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
Couldn't agree more with that. I mean, if I was
I'm playing way down top, right? So I don't know how much I can say about strikers.
If I personally was to pick out a player, looking at it, I mean, did the Ryan Cherky SBC. It felt like it was only a couple of weeks ago. It must have been a bit longer than that now. And loved that card. Cherky currently is going for 420k. Plays right mid cam, right wing, 5-star, 5-star. He has got finesse plus, first touch plus, and technical plus. He'd be really good at cam, I would say. That'd be one I personally would go for. Would you just have a pick yourself, Homer? Is there one player that you would just doesn't matter? No, let's not say doesn't matter. Let's go for one of the cheaper end cards. Is there somebody that you would say, yeah, I would like to have him?
Bruno.
Cheaper end. Say Bruno, 6 million.
Yeah. No, Bruno Guimaraes. He's only 40k. If we're going for the cheaper end, he's 4-star, 4-star.
I thought you were going for Fernandez. Sorry, mate.
No, for cheaper end, Bruno Guimaraes, 4-star, 4-star. He's got Tiki, he's got Bruiser, he's got Inventive. Is his gold place house. He's got finesse, game chamber, incisive, pinged, long ball, intercept, press proven. Can play any CM or CDM position. It's not maybe the best card in game, but I'd say if you're looking for a cheap option, he is really good.
Absolutely.
I got one better, maybe.
Go on,
Neil. Igor Thiago.
Do you know what? He's
the legend is 6'3", right?
Yeah, league's top goal scorer. I thought it'd make him a bit better. And I've got a really good foot birthday card of him as well.
That card looks really fun. 5-star weak foot on it. Power shot, low driven, press proven. 6'3", 40k. I mean,
if you
that's
want
why I say, like, you know what? You can just build your team. Just
tall
lengthy as well.
Tall player meta's back. It's people using tall player meta and they're using whip crosses at times, and he's perfect for it. He's a great shout, yeah.
Plus he's got power shot gold. So if somebody's playing quite deep against you, if you can get him to come short a bit, he's got false 9++, so you could have him come short, get the ball, turn, hit a power shot from distance. It's a great weapon to have.
98 shot power.
Mad, absolutely mad. It would be unfair of us to not look at the other two leagues. I mean, I'll be honest, there's not many players in it I'm aware of. The Women's League, there's a few names I'm aware of. The EFL ones, I'm a bit lost personally. Is there any cards in there? I mean, there's a 95 rated striker in there. There's a 96 rated midfielder called Hackney who plays for Middlesbrough. He's 440k at the moment. Is there anyone there, John, that you would say in the EFL or the Women's League that you would say, yeah, they look like banging cards?
Yeah, Kasper Rij, the Dutch right back, of course, from the EFL, I think, Women League. Sorry, I think she looks absolutely amazing, but she's already she's 400k. So I think I'm not the only one thinking that. Really looks really good. I could say Miedema, because that card does look really fun as well. 30k, a technical, low-driven, press-proven. I think we've had a special episode about her previous cards before. And of course, Shaw looks terrific. And I don't think 1.5 million is that much of an ask for a card like that as well. But there's what I really like. And we had a lot of comments last week, by the way, about us saying... basically more Graham and me saying we think team of the season came out with a bang, right? And that we like team of the season. But I'm using 5 new players in my main team, and my team didn't get any weaker because of it, even though many people don't know the players. I think that's the fun. If you look at this team, you got Thompson, okay, 600k, but you also have Miedema for 30k. You got a really cool right midfielder, Godfrey, 13k.
Hasegawa looks good as well.
Hasegawa, 40k.
Exactly, right? It's free pretty much, isn't it?
And I like that fact about the whole team of the season factors, and then bringing out 4 teams again. Yeah, I think that's really cool. But Kasper Rij would be my shout out card.
Yeah, good stuff. Homer, anything you want to pick out before we move on?
My fan favourite for this whole cycle has been Alicia Thompson. She's priced at 622, but she's just a phenomenal winger. And from the EFL, the right back for Millwall, Kramer, I think he looks fantastic. Arguably top 5 right back in the game right now.
I'm just looking for
Anticipate.
them, sorry. Yeah, okay. On you go, explain. Kramer found him.
So he's obviously anticipate, bruise or block. As his goals get ping pass, long ball whipped, jockey, intercept, slide tackle, and rapid is his Silver's stat wise. He's got great stats that none of them are like super, but all round as a balance. I think he's top 5 right back in the game.
Is he one of the tallest right backs in the game? He looks
He's
tall.
also,
6'4", but he can also play centre back as well.
yeah, he's got the versatility of centre back as well.
Yeah. Tall and lean on him, eh? 90 pace.
Yeah, he's
Actually,
length fit. I generally think he's top 5 right back in the game. Could easily put him into a centre back, and he would do pretty well as well.
Good. That's
and even I
excellent.
can afford him.
Yeah, we'll go on to talk about that kind of stuff later on. I don't think there's that much content. We could probably do a full pod on it, couldn't we? The other thing I wanted to touch on for the first half, new season passes came out based on the South Africa World Cup. If I missed something, have they missed out World Cups or are they just picking random World Cups? I mean, was the last? Did they miss out Germany?
Last one was South Korea, Japan. They just pick random ones.
You just pick random ones. Is that how it goes? So there's a
It's not in order.
premium pass out again, guys. 500k, isn't it? Or you could go 1.2 million coins to buy the next 3 season passes. I'm sure a few people would have chuckle at that. John, have you looked at the season pass?
Yeah, but honestly, I don't care at all. It sounds really boring, but I stopped buying them at all. Like, the moment you can get one of those. This is just my same statement as I have on icon swaps, right? Usually when you're nearing the end, this promo has been out that has surpassed these players most often. I don't think they're actually worth it. The only thing I was really thinking maybe it could be worth is when that weird pack you just slightly mentioned on the site came out this week, where you could buy like the next 3 season passes for
3 for the
$10
price
or
of
something?
2, pretty much, yeah.
So then I was like, maybe, but then I was like, I don't care that much either. Never mind. So I skipped it. No, I don't even do I casually do objectives while playing, right? But I don't do objectives and play according to them, if that makes sense.
I'm the opposite. I pretty much follow objectives. I've bought a season pass every season. I've always make a point of completing it. This is the first season I've looked at it and I've kind of went, there's nothing. I mean, that's just my view. There's nothing spectacular in it. Homer, what's your thoughts on the season pass, and what's your thoughts on the silver icons coming back, or the evil for the silver? If you want to try and explain that for us.
So thoughts, for me, it's one of the better ones. I normally hold off until I finish the season pass before buying it. But if team of the season, time we get to the latter stages, depending on how powerful the cards are and who I've packed, could be really tempted just for the fact there's Iniesta, there's Casillas, and that Ego Aspas looks like one of the best right mids in game for me. So if I've not got anything better than they 3, I probably will buy it. Never mind the packs and everything else. Obviously, with the silver icons, it was leaked by all the leakers, so I've seen a lot of people rushing to get the Ronaldos and Ronaldinos in. So there's the same as last year's World Tour aspect. You get to pick, once you hit the objective, you get the 3 different choices. You can get a defender, a midfielder, or attacker. And then there's 3 different levels. And obviously, once you work your way up, you can improve them to be obviously a very top tier card for little much just grinding.
92 rated, it takes them to 3 playstyle pluses. By the time you finish these, will they be top tier cards? Based on just because they're the top icons, do you think that'll make them top tier? Otherwise, I'm not sure.
Well, certain cards always have, like, icons have that special sauce, like a Ronaldo, a Hullet, Maldini. They just play different in game. Like that silver Ronaldo, using him in a silver tournament or league, whatever it's called, he absolutely tore people to bits. Maldini's just so good, so is Hullet. So if you could evo them up, I reckon even with the free play styles being 92 rated and whatever comes out, I still think they would play different or better but again, it depends on who does come out. Obviously, future tells. But to be honest, I'm not overly a fan of it because I like keeping my silver cards for the silver tournament personally. So it'd roll out having a tool for that objective for me.
Yeah, I mean, just the final say, I've frankly collected these by accident. I've not shown an interest in them from day one. So it randomly pops up that I've packed. So the other week I packed, can't remember, it was a 2 RAM or something like that. And I was like, all right, I had no idea I was doing the objectives. I've got a stack of them there. I don't know what I'll do with them, is the honest truth. I'll have a look. And I'll see
Didn't we
myself.
have to do like 150 games when we started, Neil? For someone, I don't know.
There was a
Yeah.
Eusebio was a really high one, and he wasn't one of the ones that I packed. The ones that I've packed are all been quite simple ones that probably haven't noticed, just do them in the background.
I think Graham did it in 2 days. So
Well, not that quick, but you get two options. It's either like you score so many goals or you play so many games or so many clean sheets. So it's easy enough that if you've got a very balanced and well thought out team. Like this one, we've got the Spirit of Africa tournament. You only need 2 African players, so you could build a team, put the 2 African players in, and have pretty much Spanish players.
You can put them on your bench, can't you? As
You
well.
can put them on your bench if you don't want to, but you can
Yeah.
pretty much build a team, do that whole tournament, and unlock all these cards while doing that tournament. So that's what I pretty much do. I just normally try and mash everything into one and just chip away at every objective in one slot. So I know
Good
it's not
bit
for
of
everybody, but I've always liked the Silver Stars. I liked when it was the Silver Team of the Weeks. I liked it when we go all the way back to the daily knockout tournaments and stuff, the bronze and the silvers. So for me, it's just I like having that aspect of using different parts of my squad.
Good bit of advice for the listeners there, I would say, and probably a really good way to end the first half. We'll end it there, John, if that's okay. Right, bit of housekeeping before I move on to the half-time quiz. Just want to thank mainly you guys for giving me a shot at hosting, take me on the team. It's been great. If you guys listening to it, Patreon get the early access, and if you're enjoying the show, let us know. If you're listening through Spotify or Apple Music or YouTube, then you can always join the Patreon as well. www.footinreview or www.patreon.com/footinreview. £3 a month minimum. There's different tiers. You get your different access, including access to our Discord. I personally have loved the Discord since I've been on it. So I'd recommend MD to join it. That's my housekeeping done. On to the half-time quiz. So if
yes,
you...
although I have one. I forgot, sorry. I forgot because we have a prize winner, which I forgot to mention.
Okay, take it away.
Yes, because I said people can send in the 5-star reviews and make sure they mention Creed in it, and they might win one of these shirts I'm wearing currently. We'll send them to them, right? And we picked a winner already because I said 2 weeks of sending them in. So let me first say thank you to everyone for sending in those reviews. They are not only extremely helpful, but also really nice to read. So thank you so much for that. And I want to see if the Mr. or I think it's Mr. but maybe it's, I don't know. If listener Whitey Will can drop a message on foodandreview.com, and we'll get in touch and get that shirt aligned for him because he or she won. Whitey Will.
Brilliant. Congratulations. Excellent stuff. I've prepared a half-time quiz for you. Now, I don't always prepare these, but I usually prepare them for John. Some of that. So, because I've got an Inter fan, I think I just wanted to triple check I've got that right. So I've got an Inter fan here, haven't I?
I think you're talking about me now.
No, I believe you're a Juventus fan from Italy. Is that correct?
Yes, mate.
Stop. So, your top 5 this week are attackers that have played for both Inter and Juventus. So, there is a curveball. I've thrown the curveball in only because I couldn't find 5 attackers that we'd all recognise. So, I don't know, do I toss a coin to see who goes first, or do I just randomly choose? I don't know. Homer. Number 1 for you will be Christian Vieri. Out of places 1 to 5, where does he go? Played for both Juventus and Inter.
I'll go 3.
Free. Let me take a note of this just so I know. So free, we've got Christian Vieri, yeah?
He always puts the first one on number 3.
See, if he picked somebody better, I would have instantly win 1 or 2. But Christian Vieri, he was a great striker. That I think slightly underrated, but he wasn't like the best striker ever either. So, and to be honest, he didn't really love football for much. It was just the money. He'd rather play cricket. So,
what I want to say as well, have you ever heard this guy speak? Vieri in an interview, amazing. Talks with his broad Australian accent, so funny.
Yeah, a lot of them. There's quite a few Aussie Italians. So
he's number 3.
Yeah, I'll go 3 with him.
Okay, John. I had to kind of tweak this a little bit, just to make it attackerish. He was an attacker for Inter. Let's say that. We'll go for Andrea Pirlo.
Oh, mate, you know where they hurt me, right? The thing is, I can I cross reference with Graham for a second? Is that allowed?
You're the boss. You can fight the rules.
Graham, he's going to mention Zlatan somewhere down the line.
That's what's going through my head. I was like, instantly would be number 1. However, I know Zlatan's coming, and given that
There's a curveball in there. Remember?
Yeah. So we're talking about attacker, so I think it's safe to put Pirlo on 4th in the attacker range.
Yeah, he's more at 10 at Inter, failed, and then became a deep line playmaker at Milan and obviously Juventus. So
yes, so I put him as a CM, and there I put him really high, maybe number 1. But I could put him as number 4 on the striker list.
Number 4. Number 4 is there. He's
one.
Just there, no problem. So, number 3, we move on to King of Sweden himself, Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Do I need to ask what you want to put him at?
I left you 2 spots, so to be safe, Graham.
Remember, you've still got your curveball.
I'm trying to think who's played for Juventus and that's better than Zlatan as a striker.
No, Asamoah is probably the only one he can bring up, but
I'm going to have to say number 1.
It's a fair
we
shout.
can't go wrong, though. We can't go wrong there, man.
No. I'm a massive Zlatan fan. I've got his book and everything. I love the guy, so the god has to go number 1, doesn't he?
Good to hear. Here's your curveball 1. Because I couldn't find many. Because I couldn't. No, it's even worse than that. We have put in Angelo Peruzzi.
You thought I would put Peruzzi, that's right? No.
Well, I kind of figured that you knew he wouldn't be a striker, but I'm assuming you know who he is. But I'm just he's the curveball.
So number 5.
Well, for striker wise, he should be great goalkeeper
and a decent coach, honestly.
Yeah. So number 5. So we'll put him at number 5 quite rightly. So which leaves the number 2 spot probably very fair. Since it's Katie well, and I guess who it could be.
Wow, I got some options. I know a couple of players that have played for both that could be on the line.
Go on.
Could be Asamoah. Could be Cancelo.
Think bigger.
Could be David.
Think bigger.
Could
Think
be
bigger.
David.
Think ponytails.
Vidal.
Baggio. The think ponytail.
Number 2, Roberto Baggio, played for Juventus and played for both Inter Milan. So there's your list, guys. Number 1, Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Number 2, Roberto Baggio. Number 3, Christian Vieri. Number 4, Andrea Pirlo. And number 5, or curveball, Angelo Peruzzi. I would say you guys have got that bang on tonight. Unlike the football boots thing, we'll discuss that another week.
Oh, that's
we did that one perfect, yeah.
That's two in a row for me and John. 5 perfect picks.
I think he's done great.
We
guys.
got
well
a lot
done.
of comments on boots though last week. That
They
was
should have.
insane.
Puma Kings didn't get the deserved recognition they should have, but we'll save that for another discussion.
Someone tagged me on Instagram and I was like, mate, send us a pair of Puma Kings and I'll try it and I'll see if we can
Fantastic boots back in the day, guys. That's your halftime entertainment. I think we're just about ready for our second half. So we have we put a Discord out and a few other socials out asking what we wanted to discuss. So we landed on current status of the market. Now, I'd imagine the majority of the people listening to this pod will be aware of what the market is and how the market works and how the market sort of fluctuates, and how it's changed over the times. So, thought, why not discuss it here? What current state it's at now, where we think it is. Do we think there's going to be a future in this in the market, in the game? Do we think EA want a market in the game? Is it something they're looking to take away? You're looking at card prices just now. So Footbin, I mean, I checked Footbin earlier, doing a little bit of research on it. So you've got the cheapest player by rating. They've actually risen a little bit. So your cheapest 88 rated card, not really actually, 1.4, 1.5k. So Saka, Irene Paredes, Lewandowski. 3k for an 89 rated gold. So you're looking at Joshua Kimmich, and then you've got your 90 rated as low as 5k, 87 rated as low as 1,000, 1.2. Homer, you and Wimby had a good chat about this, which really brought it to my attention this week. Maybe enlighten us all about the kind of chat you've had and how you feel about what the market's like.
Wimby's more of the trader of the group, him and Shaq. So he looks at it from obviously that side, plus obviously just as a player of the game. I'm less of a trader, and I just look at it more of how I feel it is. It's sort of dead, but there's so many different levels to why it's dead. It's hard to really pivot. So I've always said that I think Konami, for all their faults, when they first had their online Master League, they had a centralised market, which was probably the best online trading market in a football game that I personally had the play off, because rather than having influences like trading groups and whatever affecting prices, it was based on how many cards were on the market and the value based on the price price range set by Konami, fluctuated the price, and that was it. Where we are limited to, if trading groups decide to leak things in their Discords or whatever, prices can fluctuate massively, drop massively. So there's a lot more going on. Obviously, me and Wingpin never really got finished the conversation. But there's a few things this year that's really tampered with the market as well. SBC's been obviously more priced higher to try and stop everybody having the same card, which was a criticism last year. So I think that's an issue, as well as that we had this year the lock-in of the transfer market at the start, which creates an issue for coin sellers and coin farmers and everything. But it's a weird market that always dies around this time of the year. Obviously, you've got your big cards, they'll go up, but then we get a fluctuation of all the high-rated gold cards coming out now as they try and favour the odds of packs. So I got my first Graham Hansen this week, and obviously she's worth nothing. At the start of the game, she would have been worth a lot more, but
yeah,
generally the prices always drop. Like normally, when we get to Black Friday, Matt HD launches his video, and that's the first big crash, and then it just steadily crashes thereon. It's crashed a lot quicker this year.
Feels like there hasn't been a rise at all this year for me, doesn't it? That's the way I can. This seems sort of been dropping from Black Friday onwards, and it doesn't seem to be.
It feels all year has been like there's every promo, there's like 3 expensive players and everyone else is cheapest chips.
It seems to be, yeah. I'm finding as well.
Is that bad though?
No.
Well, that's the thing. That's part of the discussion, isn't it? I mean, is it bad for the game, or is it just bad for traders and coin sellers and such? Is it something EA? I mean, is this something EA have done themselves? Because really, I mean, yes, okay, there's price ranges on cards, but take an 87 rated card that's got a max price of 10k, right? Traders could somehow manipulate that up to 10k. Players just aren't buying the cards, are they? Even for SBCs and stuff, they don't seem to be buying the cards.
See, this is what I'm saying. There's multi-fluctual things here. So most of our rewards these days are untradeable. So you can't sell them on to create coins. Is there much way of creating coins in-game? Rivals, squad battles, champs. I think champs is the only...
Trying their best to put coin boosts onto games, haven't they, the last kind of week or so? But...
yeah, they're trying to kickstart the market because it's completely dead. But one of the main guys in the company is a guy that was famed for being an economist in the market, so he'll know how to manipulate it as well. But is it a bad thing? I don't necessarily think so, because I can remember the day where you didn't have promo cards, you didn't have weekend league, and you could get the best cards. You could have 22 players in your team of the best cards, and you could sell them and buy the best cards for the next league. And it was fun because you could change your team. Like, you could literally sell your whole best EPL and get a best Bundesliga or a best La Liga, and it was pretty painless and easily. But I was saying, like, there's no coins to really be made unless you are packing one of the top cards.
Virgil van Dijk, 90 rated, John, will cost you total 7k, 7.5k currently.
Yeah, so
yeah. Well, it is like, the thing is, if you're a trader, this absolutely sucks, right? The way it's currently at. I don't think there's a real way of predicting stuff. It's also like, okay, let's put it the other way. Let's put it my egocentric perspective for a second, okay? I never had coins in this game because I don't care about anything else than just playing, right? Rewards are pretty down the drain since this year, so you don't get coins by just playing. Basically, I don't have much coins. Never had this year, never will have this year, unless if I pack something. But then again, I prefer untradeable cards because then at least I'll try them, right? Instead of being very wary of, hey, I got this fun card, but it might drop in value after I play this weekend league and then lost another 100,000 on the superb card, and I can't make that 100,000 back. So I never liked the fact of playing with tradable cards because of the volatility of the market, and just makes me really nervous and unable to enjoy them. And if I ever buy one, which I usually do at the start of the year, it absolutely sucks to see that team like being decimated in price 3 weeks later, while still being a decent team. I've used Virgil van Dijk since day one until like 4 weeks ago or something, full version, right? Seeing him now for 9k, isn't too bad because now people can afford them. But he was about the only card that sort of kept its value. I bought Haaland week 1, and I remember him being down 200k in week 2. So trying to make up that amount of coins just isn't possible anymore, right?
Yeah, I agree though.
So from my perspective, the market being extremely low at least made me be able to afford the final players that came out last week. I just bought them from the market, like 10k, 13k, 20k. The most expensive player was 25k or something. I was like, oh, even I can buy my ultimate team, which isn't the ultimate players in it, but it's my ultimate team, and I can get there. And what I did was just play the games and get the coins from it. So I don't mind it being that low. The thing I really hated before is that you couldn't change your team up because there wasn't any option to get some play. So for me personally, I'm pretty fine with the market as it is. I know they're putting out packs left and right, expensive packs in it, but that also makes the same, right? If you put out packs that are 500k and you make those £15 as well, then immediately all the coins lose their value. And if you do that all year, it makes sense that there's no market left at the end of the year. Talking about FIFA coins, right?
Yeah, here's my take on it. So my take is that I think the market now is exactly where EA want it to be. Call it conspiracy theorists or tin pot or tin hat stuff. I think personally it's a road that they're happy to go down and continue to go down. I think they're trying to get rid of it completely. And I think the only thing EA want you spending coins on is packs, and I think they're going to get to a point where they don't even want you to spend coins in packs. Hence why they make the season pass 500,000 coins or £8. £8 is a lot, probably better value from my perspective than 500,000 coins for a season pass.
Well, there's one pack now that's called Time of Season Player Pick. It costs 120,000 coins or 400 points, which is £3 something.
Pick.
Yeah.
So and you can't make 120,000 back in the same time. You spend £3. So I think you're spot on there.
The fact
The
that
thing is,
On you go, mate.
One thing, I don't think they'll ever get rid of the transfer market for one reason, unless they revamp the whole game. Transfer market, they take a percentage of every sale.
Yeah,
That's
tax
coins
it.
that that is coins they're taking out of the economy, which means that you either have to play more or spend more. So that's a tactic they're never going to get rid of unless they move to a completely different model, which is either an open catalogue or fully untradeable, and you have to buy cards. And I don't see them going down that route. It would just cost too much uproar. Nobody would. I think a lot of people would instantly turn away from the game if there was no transfer market, and it was basically either free packs and unlock a catalogue, or you spend money. I can't see them doing it. I think the market it's not great, but it's the best what we have at the moment.
Yeah, they sort of said that. If I remember rightly, John will come in a sec. If I remember rightly, untradeable cards didn't exist when I came. I mean, the game was fully tradable. Every single card was tradable, sellable, and they managed to get a big chunk of that going, didn't they? I don't know. It's such a difficult take, John. What is it? What's your thoughts on that? What do you think?
Do you reckon that the fact these markets are combined these days between PlayStation and Xbox makes a difference there as well?
Mm-hmm. Makes a massive difference because the pool's greater, so the relative of cards is reduced because you've got two different platforms able to pull the same resources and combine into one. When it was solely you're trading against an Xbox player, your resources of picking a Ronaldo or whoever was less, so it was harder to get them. So therefore, the relative cards were better. So therefore, the prices could remain such a way. When you create such an open market, when you add that, it does reduce the relative cards because there's more options available. So it does obviously make the prices drop.
You think it's the promos that have done that?
I think it's a case of everything's trading groups haven't helped the market. I know a lot of people make a lot of money in the real world and in game, and it's if you can make money in game, that's great too. But I think it's not helped because it creates a false economy for a lot of people that aren't in that, especially when the ones that are teaming up with leakers at the moment. We've got leakers now joining up with traders to sell courses on information that they know that in 2 weeks we're going to be getting this Evo or this promo, so therefore these cards are going to be in it, and so therefore let's manipulate all these prices of these cards for the next so many weeks, and we'll laugh away at how many coins we make.
I mean, it's happened this week. Even this week, that's happened, hasn't it? With this left wing Evo that's come out. I mean, there's been a few cards that have been made top of the range price or just extinct.
But then, what do you buy? Like, let's say you make 1 million coins.
Well, I did.
What do you buy? The best players are like 3 million plus, and everyone below there's like a huge gap between. Hey, we got. Let's say you rate players between 1 and 10, right? 10 being gold tier.
I bought store packs.
Every player until 8K, until an 8.5 is like 100,000, 200,000 max. Everyone above there is like 3 million plus.
Mm-hmm.
So
I packed Claudia Pina tradable from Season Pass of all things we were talking about, and I sold her for 1.4 million coins, and it's by far the most coins I've ever had in the game.
And what are you going to do with it then?
Well, I spent them in packs because I didn't spend them in players. I've got a full team of untradeable players. I've had a full team of untradeable players since November. You can buy season pass. I don't think 500k is worth a season pass. I think the money's much better value. So
that's how they want to do, right?
I bought store packs for mine, and up until the last store pack, I didn't get anywhere further forward in my club. Of course, the last store pack that I bought, I happened to pack Good Hula. I'll mention again.
And Mbappe, he's very unlucky.
He wasn't from a store pack, if I remember rightly. He was from some sort of pick or something. But yeah, when I had coins, first time I ever had coins in this, I went to the store. And to me, that seems to be the only direction they want to put this the transfer market and stuff towards us, everything towards the store and untradeable packs. But There's a lot of answers. There's a lot of opinions, isn't there? So we'll ask any comments to add to the thoughts and see what they think.
Yeah, let's add a Spotify poll as well on it. I'm just wondering though, like, I can understand the market being important until, let's say, January, February, right? But now that we're nearing the end of the season, we're actually talking about that team of the season, and we actually are entering the end of the season of a professional football.
You've still got 5 months of this game left.
Yeah, sure, but 95% of the players in game are affordable for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Every player in our pack, let's say you got a full non-team of the season pack player. Any player you pack currently could be in your team without much of an issue, like details let alone, right? You pack a 10K or 13K team of the season player. He's not going to be that much worse than probably one of the best players you've got in your team.
No, you're probably right.
That like we're talking in margin and not even chemistry styles applied, because they also have 3 play styles, right? Isn't that just a good thing? This just makes you yes, we have 5 months left of the game. Sure, right? But we know in the summertime, everything will drop down. I think EA being very mindful in the start is a good thing, and you should be able to make coins at the start. Now letting everything just go out and be grindable and see the prices collapse, I don't necessarily feel it's a bad thing, because it will allow you to pick up players that you will just enjoy. And then putting in separate modes that you need to use those players in, I think is also a pretty good thing. But then again, I'm very biased. I'm saying it again. I don't care about trading. I don't care about making coins. And in previous FIFAs, 17, 18, 19, that usually bit me hard at the end of the year because I couldn't buy those top tier players. Now I can pretty much just tag along, get one here, get one there, do an SBC, and fair. Just be fine with just without spending money on packs. Just putting it out there as well, without spending money on packs. Whereas in 17, 18, 19, at this stage of the game, if you weren't keeping up with the market, the only way to keep up with the power curve was to actually buy store packs, because everything was expensive, right?
Even
and
goals,
now
yeah.
I don't spend, and I still am upgrading my team by just playing with 1.5 hand even. So I don't necessarily feel that it's bad thing at all.
Yeah, it's a
Let's
fair way.
close this off with a very controversial opinion, maybe.
No, it's not really. I think it's a fair way to kind of end the discussion for the night. Just got to ask as well, before we finish the second half and move on to the kind of injury time stuff. Homer, whose birthday is it? Sorry,
it's my daughter's 10th birthday today.
Just took me 53 minutes to notice that banner, mate.
So as you can see, there's banners and balloons up, obviously. So it's our 10th birthday today.
And you thought we forget, but we didn't forget actually, because if everything goes right, I did prepare some music for it. I won't play the whole music, but
I thought you were going to say she's won a Creek shirt.
Actually, there's one already here for her.
Yeah, I bought one for her and my son. As soon as John sent me the designs and everything, because they liked my kit for last shirt for last year, they're
cool.
like, "Where's mine?" So I was like, "Oh, there was only one for the guys," and they're like, "So I've already."
While we're on the injury time topic, I wear my new Drop It t-shirt, straight from the Foot and Review merch store. Great quality and love it. Thank you for posting it. Really happy with it.
Glad you like it, mate. Looks great on you.
I hope I wish my wife would say that. That's enough. She might mind it so much.
Anything one as well.
Anything else? Any more comments? Anything anybody wants to add before we close it off? Notes and we'll get into that stage.
I think most important topic is I'd say please just enjoy the game as it is. Try new some players, because I've really had fun this week using half a new team with players nobody knows, right?
To add to that, I packed Wesley. Is it Wesley who plays left wing, right back? Some mad combination. He's 60k. I'm playing him at right back, and I love him. Incisive pass plus. It's so cool at right back, and it opens up so many opportunities. I've enjoyed using him. He's a great example of a card that you can just pick up and think he's not one of the top tier, I won't use him. I've really enjoyed him, and he's part of my first team. I'm really enjoying using him. So there's cards out there, guys, that you can use and try out and enjoy, and give them a go. Homer,
Yeah,
any final
definitely.
thoughts?
Just as usual, like relax, keep it casual, just enjoy the game. If you get 10 wins, 15 wins, 5 wins in weekend league or whatever, you might get the best rewards, you might not. It's not going to make or break your week or your cycle. Just enjoy the game as it is. I've got that in Dicker, like John says, and I think he's maybe like 50 grand, and I'd say he's slightly a tiny patch off of the best EPL cards, same as Ramon. So,
Mate, do
That's
you
ju-
know how amazingly fun it is to use a Ueda 20k Feyenoord player and beat those team of the season defenders and score against the team with an R9 on top?
Yeah, superb.
sounds
Good way
really
to
fun. I've got Big Manny Fernandez, and I absolutely love bullying. See when they come up against an R9 or an Mbappe or whatever, and they try to get by him, and they just bodies them. And
He
next
said
week, it's so good.
he said rave reviews this week, so he has, from the socials that I've read. Fernandez, what a card. He appears to be very good.
Don't
Um,
overhype him though. In real life, he seems properly poor though.
He's been good for
Oh
3
no,
months. I think we've had him
he's
for
been
4 months. He's been
phenomenal.
good, Guys, Homer, John, thanks for putting up with me for the last almost an hour. Listeners as well, thanks for having me, and I hope I've been reasonable. Apologies for my going rogue at the start. That wasn't part of the queue, and
He keeps saying the name as well, just out loud.
as
Try and trigger it.
as if I wasn't nervous enough starting, that did not help me. So thanks for putting up with me, everybody. It's been a pleasure. I think there's only one thing left for me to do at this point.
I think
John,
it's time for us to drop it.
Homer,
Drop it.
and I'm going to drop it.
U U U T T in view.